You know those nightmare situations where you go, oh my god, imagine if that happened, and then it actually does. So I make videos about Japan on YouTube, and I recently had a video that had some viral success. There's a popular spread in the UK called Marmite, and it's famous for people either loving it or hating it due to its strong acquired taste. It looks like brown PVA glue and tastes like liquefied salt, appealing then. But I decided it'd be quite interesting to see how some Japanese friends would react to it. So I gave them some bread with some Marmite on, and their reactions certainly didn't disappoint.
Sweet chocolate? Ow!
And when I woke up the next day, the video had featured everywhere from the Daily Mail website to Reddit, and it was pretty surreal. But the interview I was most excited about was doing a phone interview on the BBC News 24 channel, which is a channel watched by millions around the world every day. And it just so happened that on that night, I was volunteering at an echi, an English conversation class. So I planned to go in, teach the class, leave halfway and do the phone interview, and then come back in and finish teaching. I knew it would only take like 10 minutes or so, so I told everyone to watch the BBC News 24 channel at 7:30. And this is an expression that you can use, you know, every day. So, Takeshi, you don't have to write this down, mate. So, I want you to make one example sentence using this phrase, it was like magic, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes, okay? So one sentence, 10 minutes. Okay. So at 7:15 I left the class and went outside to this dark, fairly grim car park behind the building, and a few minutes later I got the phone call from the BBC. And the guy told me he could hear me loud and clear, we were good to go, and that would be going live in 5 minutes.
Very good. Now, if you could just turn on your camera, please.
I thought it was a phone interview. I didn't know they wanted video on there as well. All the rooms in the community centre were full, and the only available room was a shitty kitchen with no chairs. So I propped the phone up on a nearby toaster, and I'm sat on this kitchen floor trying to sit in a way that makes it look like I'm not sat on a kitchen floor. So at this point I was fairly panicked. I knew with the phone using video conference mode, best case I'd get through the interview just about, worst case it would cut out midway. Guys, has anybody got a phone charger? A phone charger, You have a phone charger? Literally 1 minute before the interview was going to go live. To my horror, the phone had dropped to just 10%. And then the worst case scenario happened.
And now, we bring you an obscure YouTuber who'll have his chance at fame and fortune. Chris, are you there? Hello? Chris? Seems we've lost him. I'm sorry, it seems we've experienced some technical difficulties. I guess fame and fortune is not for everybody. Instead, why don't you enjoy these glorious cat videos?
Unbelievable. The phone died, along with my hopes of having free publicity in front of millions of people. So I walked back into the room, slumped in a chair in front of everyone, and just ate some nuts in silence. Read me your examples.
The rich man became a poor man. It was like magic.
The moral is, don't dream. Never dream. The moral of the story is, don't dream. Never dream. What is it you seek in Fox Village? And I decided, oh fuck, sat on the floor in a way that makes it look like I wasn't sat on a kitchen floor, and that doesn't make sense. So, shit. So I put the phone up on a toaster and I'm sitting on this kitchen floor. It's sat in a way that makes it look like I'm not sat on a kitchen. Fuck, that's so complicated. They asked for me to go, oh fuck. So I planned to teach the class, go in half, fuck. That we'd be going live in 5 minutes. Fuck, what was that background noise?
Rolling.
The phone died, along with my hopes of having free publicity in front of them.
Rolling.
The moral is, don't dream. Never dream. Takeshi, you don't have to write this, mate. Oh fuck. Is that my phone?
Yes.
Let's throw it out the fucking window. And this is, oh, I shouldn't look at the camera, should I? I should.